Oh, it's one of the girls, Susan Foreman.
Susan Foreman? She your problem too?
Yes.
You don't know what to make of her?
Nope.
How old is she, Barbara?
15.
15. She lets her knowledge out a bit at a time so as not to embarrass me. That's what I feel about her. Knows more science than I'll ever know. She's a genius.
I said it would take the force of a total solar system to attract the power away from my ship. We're at the very beginning. The new start of a solar system.
For the sake of all my people, I hope you succeed.
The machine's power will spread through the planet. There is no escape now except for us.
You've taken the lock of my ship and I want it returned immediately. You're in no position to threaten us. I don't make threats, but I do keep promises. And I promise you, I shall cause you more trouble than you bargained for. If you don't return my property. Our lives are important, at least to us. And as we see, so we learn.
And what are we going to see and learn next, Doctor?
But unlike the old adage, my boy, our destiny is in the stars. So let's go and search for it. During all the years, I've been taking care of you. You in return have been taking care of me. I want you to belong somewhere, to have roots of your own. With David, you'll be able to find those roots. Live normally like any woman should do. Believe me, my dear, your future lies with David, and not with a silly old buffer like me. One day, I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until then, there must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine.
Goodbye, Doctor. Thanks for the ride.
It was fun, Doctor. Goodbye.
You'll see a vast, white, exploding planet. And know that they have died with it.
But we will not see them die.
You will not. But I at least have enough intelligence to imagine it. Fear. The horror. The shuddering of a planet in its last moments of life. And then they die.
Oh, my dear Vicky, I hope you'll be all right. There's your Mr. Child.
You are surrounded. You will come with us.
I'm afraid, my friends, the Daleks have won.
No. They're all gone. All gone. None of them could understand. Not even my little Susan. Or Vicky. But as for Barbara and Chatterton, Chesterton, they were all too impatient to get back to their own time. And now, Steve. Perhaps I should go home, back to my own place. But I can't.
It's all over. That's what you said. But it isn't. It's far from being all over.
Exterminate all humans. Exterminate all humans. Exterminate, annihilate, destroy. Daleks conquer and destroy. Daleks destroy. Daleks destroy. Daleks destroy. Daleks destroy. Nothing in the world can stop me now.
Off you go. Now go on. Ben can catch his ship and become an admiral, and you, Polly, you can look after Ben.
Where are we?
With the TARDIS. It's my home. At least it has been for a considerable number of years.
You belong to us. You shall be like us.
Come quickly, sir! I could swear there's something inside!
Oh, not another mastodon.
Well, look for yourself, sir!
Is it a man?
Perhaps it's an animal!
Who are these men? Why are they so determined to kill us?
Kill you. They hate you.
Me? I'm the nicest possible person.
And now I'm going to kill you.
When we start out on our next adventure, Jamie and Victoria and I, we meet some old friends. Yes, but we also meet some old enemies. Very old enemies. The Yeti, as a matter of fact. And this time, they're just a little bit more frightening than last time. So I want to warn you that if your mummy and daddy are scared, you just get them to hold your hand.
Hey, I thought I told you...
I want to go with you. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, really, I don't think this is the time for riddles.
You must answer. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, very well. To get to the other side, or so I've always been led to believe.
You cannot escape!
But we will play your game a little
How nice
longer.
to see you again, Doctor.
It's Colonel Lethbridge Stewart.
Brigadier now. I've gone up in the world.
We do not need an army. Earth will be ours for the taking. Very soon.
Jamie, I'm afraid that there's nothing on the other side, just space. It appears that this machine we're on has been blown into about 8 separate pieces.
Emergency alert! Emergency alert! This is the war chief to all guard posts. Close section areas. Detain 2 resistance members.
The time has come for you to change your appearance, Doctor, and begin your exile.
You really believe in a man who's helped to save the world twice? With the power to transform his physical appearance?
I'm not sure yet. It may not be the same man.
An alien who travels through time and space in a police box?
Wait! Unless you Silurians tell us what you want, the humans will destroy you!
But that's murder. They were intelligent alien beings. A whole race of them. He's just wiped them out.
You'll talk, eventually.
Everybody talks.
How can I give you information that doesn't exist?
The information must exist, and you will give it to us!
Name?
Who sent you here?
Which of our enemies are you working for?
Who are your associates?
I'm your new assistant.
Oh, no.
The Brigadier sent me along to introduce myself, Doctor. Josephine Grant.
An old acquaintance has arrived on this planet.
Huh? One of our people?
The Master. He'll certainly try to kill you, Doctor. The Master has learnt a great deal since you last met him.
I refuse to be worried by a renegade like the Master. He's an unimaginative plodder. I will not join you in your absurd dreams of a galactic conquest.
Look at all those planetary systems, Doctor. We could rule them all.
What for? What is the point?
The point is that one must rule or serve. That's a basic law of life.
You'll never understand, will you? I want to see the universe, not rule it. Then what you're saying is that the entire human population of this planet, apart from a few
remarkable exceptions like yourself really only fit to lead the life of a dog. Why?
You have no right to say that.
Haven't I? Who really rules this planet of yours?
Makes it seem sort of pointless, really, doesn't it?
I felt like that once when I was young. It was the blackest day of my life.
Why?
Ah, well, that's another story. I'll tell you about it one day. The point is, that day was not only my blackest, it was also my best.
What do you mean?
Well, when I was a little boy, we used to live in a house that was perched halfway up the top of a mountain. And behind our house, there sat under a tree an old man, a hermit, a monk. He lived under this tree for half his lifetime, so they said, and he learned the secret of life. So, when my black day came, I went and asked him to help me.
He told you the secret? And what was it?
Well, I'm coming to that, Joe, in my own time. Ah, I'll never forget what it was like up there. Bleak and cold it was. A few bare rocks with some weeds sprouting from them. Some pathetic little patches of sludgy snow. Yes, it was just grey. Grey, grey, grey. Well, the tree the old man sat under, that was ancient and twisted, and the old man himself was as brittle and dry as a leaf in the autumn.
I'm a journalist, Sarah Jane Smith. What did he say?
Nothing. Not a word. He just sat there silently, expressionless, and he listened whilst I poured out my troubles to him. He was too unhappy even for tears, I remember. When I'd finished, he lifted a skeletal hand and he pointed. Do you know what he pointed at?
No.
A flower. One of those little weeds. Just like a daisy it was. I looked at it for a moment. Suddenly I saw it through his eyes. It was simply glowing with life, like a perfectly cut jewel. And the colours were deeper and richer than anything you can possibly imagine. Yes, it was the daisiest daisy I'd ever seen.
Tonight is the culmination of many years of work and planning. A brilliant and audacious scheme is about to come to its climax.
Just touch these two strands together, and the Daleks are finished. Have I that right?
To destroy the Daleks, you can't doubt it.
But I do. You see, some things could be better with the Daleks. Many future worlds will become allies just because of their fear of the Daleks.
It isn't like that.
But the final responsibility is mine. Or mine alone. Listen, if someone who knew the future pointed out a child to you and told you that that child would grow up totally evil, to be a ruthless dictator who would destroy millions of lives, could you then kill that child?
We're talking about the Daleks, the most evil creatures ever invented. You must destroy them. You must complete your mission for the Time Lords.
Do I have the right? Please excuse me. Could you be very kind and tell us where we are? Come on. Some interfering idiots. I know you're up there, so come on out and show yourselves. Messing about with my TARDIS, dragging us 1,000 parsecs off course. There's something going on here, some dirty work they won't touch with their lily white hands.
Shh! Whatever you do, tell everybody about it. And mind the steps.
You know, travel does broaden the mind.
Yes. Till we meet again, Sarah.
Through the millennia, the Time Lords of Gallifrey led a life of peace and ordered calm, protected against all threats from lesser civilizations by their great power. But this was to change. Suddenly and terribly, the Time Lords faced the most dangerous crisis in their long history.
These clothes are ridiculous. Why must I wear them?
Because you can't go walking around Victorian London in skins. You'd frighten your house. Anyway, we don't want to be conspicuous, do we?
Doctor, you make me wear strange clothes. You tell me nothing. You are trying to annoy me.
Leela, I've made a terrible mistake. I thought I'd lock the enemy out. Instead, I've locked it in. With us.
Where are we going, Doctor?
Into the land of dreams and fantasy, Leela.
You care for a jelly baby?
I am here to claim my legal right. I claim the inheritance of Rassilon. I claim the titles, honor, duty, and obedience of all colleges. I claim the presidency of the Council of Time Lords.
And the sonic screwdriver won't get me out of this one.
Doctor,
Yes,
I will miss you.
I'll miss you too, Savage.
My name is Romana Dvorak-Nalun, the president of the Supreme Council, sir.
The key to time is a perfect cube which maintains the equilibrium of time itself. It consists of 6 segments, and these segments are scattered and hidden throughout the cosmos. When they are assembled into the cube, they create a power which is too dangerous for any being to possess.
You fool, Doctor. The key to time is mine.
We have the power to do anything we like. Absolute power over every particle in the universe. Everything that has ever existed or ever will exist. As from this moment. Are you listening to me, Romana?
Yes, of course I'm listening.
Because if you're not listening, I can make you listen. Because I can do anything. As from this moment, there's no such thing as free will in the entire universe. There's only my will, because I possess the key to time.
Hello, I am the Doctor. Friend.
The great pact nears its completion. The Naimon be praised. Skonos shall rise and conquer.
With the aid of these spheres, I shall make the whole of creation merge into one single mind, one godlike entity.
Sometime in the future, in about 200 years' time, someone will meet me and say, "Is that really the Doctor? He seemed such a nice old man."
Time Lords want me back. Doctor, I don't want to spend the rest of my life on Gallifrey. After all this.
You can't fight Time Lords, Romana.
You did. Once.
Lost.
No more orders, Doctor. But I've got to be my own Romana.
You were the noblest Romana of them all!
This Kraken web of harmony is broken. I am free.
I demand to see who's ever in charge of this ship.
It's the end, but the moment has been prepared for.
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
In fact, I feel quite like my old self. Well.
Yes?
Well, whoever I feel like. It's absolutely splendid.
With my help, Paris, you could become all powerful. I am a Mara. Do not resist. I am your strength.
Now I'll never know if I was right.
The Zerafin contains the wisdom of the universe. Without the knowledge, you cannot escape from the sanctum.
But the knowledge will consume you!
Sacrifice is required for your survival, Doctor, and the future of the Zerafin.
Where the winds of restlessness blow, where the fires of greed burn, where hatred chills the blood, here, in a great mind's eye,
Be destroying one of the most evil creatures in the universe. He calls himself the
Doctor, in the name of all that is evil, Black Guardian orders you to destroy him now!
For hundreds of years, our sea devil brothers have lain entombed, waiting patiently for this day.
There should have been another way.
The work of excavation is our task. Beneath the soil, we can expand and populate the whole of Frontiers. Once we have full control of Frontiers, our plans are only just beginning.
I'm not coming with you.
I don't want to go, Doctor. I've got a problem. I have to go back to trial. It's
Better to go back while you're a bit of a hero, eh?
Going soon. It's time to say goodbye.
Natural metamorphosis, form of rebirth. I call it a renewal. And this time, positive triumph. My death will prevent Varos from ever progressing out of the reach of extortion of such as the Galatron Mining Company. Our deaths will send any hope for this planet back into the pit of fear and misery, which has for so long been the lot of its people.
Rock and roll!
By order of the High Council, this is an impartial inquiry into the behavior of the accused person, known as the Doctor, who is charged that he, on divers occasions, has been guilty of conduct unbecoming a Time Lord. He is also charged with, on divers occasions, transgressing the first law, that the Doctor is an incorrigible meddler in the affairs of other peoples and planets.
All my travellings throughout the universe, I have battled against evil, against power-mad conspirators. I should have stayed here. The oldest civilization. Decadent, degenerate, and rotten to the core. Power-mad conspirators, Daleks, Sontarans, Cybermen. They're still in the nursery compared to us. 10 million years of absolute power. That's what it takes to be really corrupt.
Do you fancy a quick trip round the 12 galaxies and then back to Perivale in time for tea?
Ace!
We shall become all
Powerful! Crush the lesser races! Conquer the galaxy! Unimaginable power! Unlimited rice pudding! Etc., etc.!
Still one question you haven't answered. Professor? Doctor? Who are you?
We all have a universe of our own terrors to face. There are worlds out there where the sky is burning, where the seas sleep and the rivers dream. People made of smoke and cities made of song. Some of there's danger, some of there's injustice. Somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace. We've got work to do.
Shadash!
I remember I'm with my father. We're lying back in the grass. It's a warm Gallifreyan night.
Gallifreyan?
Gallifrey! Yes, this must be where I live. Now, where is that?
I've never heard of it. What do you remember?
A meteor storm. The sky above us was dancing with lights. Purple, green, brilliant yellow, yes!
What about the Doctor?
Yes, he must be getting on a bit. 700 years old. Two hearts, though. I knew him very well, you know. So did you. That's why we're here.
Time Lords have this little trick. It's sort of a way of cheating death. Except, it means I'm going to change. And I'm not going to see you again. Not like this. Not with this daft old face. And before I go...
Don't say that.
Rose. Before I go, I just want to tell you, you were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you know what? So was I.
Aha! I need your help. So fancy a trip in the TARDIS?
Think you've seen it all? Think again.
So where are we going?
Further than we've ever gone before.
For the first 19 years of my life, nothing happened. Nothing at all. Not ever. And then I met a man called the Doctor. A man who could change his face. And he took me away from home in his magical machine. He showed me the whole of time and space. I thought it would never end. But then came the army of ghosts. Then came Torchwood and the war. And that's when it all ended. This is a story of how I died.
I can't die. Something happened to me a while back. Long story and far away. But I was killed. And then I was brought back to life, and ever since then, I can't die. One day I'll find a doctor, the right sort of doctor, and maybe he can explain it, but until then...
Nothing kills you? I saw amazing things up there in space. But there's strangeness wherever you turn. Life on Earth can be an adventure too. You just need to know where to look.
I could pretend. Just for a bit, I could imagine they were still alive. Underneath a burnt orange sky. I'm not just a Time Lord. I'm the last of the Time Lords.
And his name is the Doctor. He has saved your lives so many times and you never even knew he was there. He never stops. He never stays. He never asks to be thanked. But I've seen him. I know him. I love him.
What? My name is Dr. Owen Harper. And this is my life. A life that is full of action and violence and work, wonder, secrets, sex and love and heartbreak. 3 days ago, I died. And they think I'm fine. But they're wrong.
There are things waiting in the darkness. Creatures of metal and fire and blood. But he's out there, burning through time, facing 1,000 dangers across the stars and never giving up. He looks like a man, but he's a legend. And his name is the Doctor. He'll come back to save us. And this time, I'm gonna be ready. Then, just like that,
we'll be gone.
Soon the crucible will be complete. We have waited long for this ultimate destiny. Now the Daleks are the masters of Earth.
I learned a long time ago that if you're missing somebody, just look up at the night sky. Wherever it is, wherever they are. Chances are they're looking at the stars just like you. Sometimes for all its size, the universe isn't such a big place after all.
Bye, Sir Jane.
We are coming. We are coming. We are coming.
So, now I've hung up my uniform for good. Unless I hear that a blue police box has been found somewhere. And then, don't you worry, I'll be ready.
There are friends out there too. Friends who really will want to help us. And as we all know, there's nothing more important than friendship. And then one day, with a little luck and a lot of hard work, Earth could be a shining example to the entire universe.
Who are you?
I'm the Doctor.
Doctor who?
All of time and space. Everywhere and anywhere. Every star that ever was. Where do you want to start?
Silence, Doctor. Silence will fall.
Amy, you need to start trusting me. It's never been more important.
But you don't always tell me the truth.
If I always told you the truth, I wouldn't need you to trust me.
The crack in my wall. How can it be here?
I don't know yet, but I'm working it out. Now, listen. Remember what I told you when you were 7?
What did you tell me?
No. That's the point. You have to remember.
There'll be a story in your head. That's okay. We're all stories in the end. Just make it a good one, eh? The daft old man who stole a magic box and ran away.
I only left you because I got married. I waited because you said you'd see me again. You did. I asked you, and you said yes. You promised. So I thought he wouldn't just leave. Not forever. Not me.
My
Okay, then. That's what I'll do. I will tell you a story. All these people who lived in terror of you and your judgment. All these people whose ancestors devoted themselves, sacrificed themselves to you. Can you hear them singing? Oh, you like to think you're a god. You're not a god. You're just a parasite eaten out of jealousy and envy and longing for the lives of others. You feed on them, on the memory of love and loss and birth and death and joy and sorrow. So, come on then, take mine. Take my memories. I hope you've got a big appetite. Because I have lived a long life, and I have seen a few things. I walked away from the last great Time War. I marked the passing of the Time Lords. I saw the birth of the universe, and I watched as time ran out. Moment by moment until nothing remained. No time, no space. Just me. I walked in universes where the laws of physics were devised by the mind of a mad man. And I watched universes freeze and creations burn. I have seen things you wouldn't believe. I have lost things you will never understand. And I know things, secrets that must never be told, knowledge that must never be spoken, knowledge that will make parasite God's place. So come on then, take it, just disappears, doesn't it? Everything you are gone in a moment, like breath on a mirror. Any moment now, he's a-coming. But times change, and so must I. We all change. When you think about it, we are all different people, all through our lives. And that's okay, that's good. You gotta keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. I will not forget one line of this. Not one day. I swear. I will always remember when the Doctor was me.
A little while ago, very long way from here, I was looking for a bookshop. Instead, I found a battlefield. Story of my life. I've seen many battlefields. But this one will be different. This one will be my last.
When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn. How many hearts will be broken? How many lives shattered? How much blood will spill until everybody does what they were always going to have to do from the very beginning? Sit down and talk! This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you could ever imagine. And when I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count. And you know what you do with all that pain? Shall I tell you where you put it? You hold it tight. Till it burns your hand. And you say this: no one else will ever have to live like this. No one else will ever have to feel this pain. Not on my watch.
Winning? Is that what you think it's about? I'm not trying to win. I'm not doing this because I want to beat someone, or because I hate someone, or because I want to blame someone. It's not because it's fun. God knows it's not because it's easy. It's not even because it works, because it hardly ever does. I do what I do because it's right. Because it's decent. And above all, it's kind. What would you die for? Who I am. It's where I stand, where I stand. It's where I fall.
Love, in all its forms, is the most powerful weapon we have. Because love is a form of hope, and like hope, love abides in the face of everything.
The Cybermen were defeated. The victors of 1 billion battles broken. An empire of might and terror fallen. Their weaknesses exploited, their armies outfought, their conquests surrendered. Every empire has its time, and every empire falls. But that which is dead can live again in the hands of a believer.
I was so lucky because I had the best mother in the entire universe, and that is a literal fact. She showed me the whole wide world, and I don't mean all the monsters and invasions and people made of smoke and vegetables. I mean the real world.
I don't think she's dead. I really don't. That's not just me being mad, because I honestly think in my heart and soul that he came back for her. Right at the end, the Doctor came back for his Sarah Jane. And he said, should we go? Out into the stars? One last trip. And she said, "Oh yes, please." And I think they're out there now. Sarah Jane and the Doctor in the TARDIS, travelling through space and time forever in a story that never ends. That's what I think. What about you?
You and I, dancing across space and time, locked in combat. And now after so long apart, we get to do it once more.
Whatever this place is, it's restored our memories for good. I think all we need to do, if we want to come back here, is to close our eyes and remember it.
The universe can be chaos, but what it creates is ultimately always capable of being wonderful and good. Even on Earth, in the end.
I think the story hasn't ended yet.
Our lives are important, at least to us. Our destiny is in the stars. So let's go and search.
Our lives are different to anybody else's. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
It was the daisiest daisy I'd ever seen.
You may be a doctor, but I'm the doctor. The definite article, you might say.
You think you left and I never thought of you again. I never forget any of you.
I am the Doctor.
All children leave home sooner or later. The joy is to watch them fly.
Friends, companions I've known, I salute you.
Today, this war will end. No more.
You were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
For a long time now, I thought I was just a survivor, but I'm not. Time Lord victorious.
I will always remember when the Doctor was me.
Laugh hard. Run fast.
Be kind.
I'm the Doctor. Sorting out fair play throughout the universe.
Wilfred Mott. Oh, now I feel better.